What entitles us to think that we know so much when we've seen so little or heard so little spoken by someone?
Up in Germany was pretty cool. I mean, the air was really fresh. It was cold, but I felt like energized. Maybe it's because I was in a new country and I was like, dang, man, I gotta do something. And Tommy was like, Philip, man, if you go running, you call me up. So I was like, yeah, Tommy, let's go running.
Cool.
I thought everyone was sleeping, but actually we were jogging on the street and then we bumped into Wes and Sebastian. That was kind of interesting for me, you know what I mean? Wes and Sebastian together, you know.
First time I met Wes, I did not like him. Right when we first met, it was like two forces, and all they were destined to do was just clash every time we got together.
Sebastian, God bless him, I love him, but he can come off like he's talking down to people. He talks from like a place of enlightenment at times, and it can get a little annoying.
This is what I understand now about our relationship is I am the eldest of 4 kids. So it's been programmed into me to take consideration for other people because that was my role in my family, whereas Wes was an only child and he's never had to take consideration for anybody because there was no one to do that for.
If you don't love yourself, it's hard to love others. Same thing, if you don't believe in yourself, hard to believe in others and giving that control away, like you're saying.
I've just realized that I probably had a big issue with him because he was more like me than I cared to admit. And so when I saw it, of course I had to meet it with some kind of hostility. So it's cool now. I mean, I stopped putting my expectations and my belief structure on him, so I'm able to enjoy him more.
We had a lake montage. We went from one lake to the next lake. We also came upon a pear tree, and before us dropped 2 pears. Fate.
Brothers and sisters or little brothers, older brothers will like the complete opposite of what they do. Just because they're on a search for personal identity, because even at that young age, they have the fear of being associated for someone else instead of themselves. So they know that they have a self.
So we're here at Seafood Chris's place again for the seminars. Philip is right now teaching the kids class. Basically, generic wushu conditioning and aerobic exercises.
So welcome everybody. My name is Philip. From America, and very happy to teach you guys today. Our subject is wushu jumps and falls.
They're kids, I mean, you just naturally feel comfortable around them. You don't feel like they're any threat to you, so you just want to invite them into everything. They did really well. Some of them forms were really good. It's always exciting to see that, especially around the world, because these guys are going to be the new generation of practitioners, so they're going to be the next level.
Finished our first seminar here in Germany. The kids were very focused. They were able to go over a lot and had a really high level of coordination, so it was pretty fun, and the rest of the team is very excited to get ready with the rest of the seminars. All teaching is like a raft. You use it when you need it, but then later you abandon it. And that's what's important. You're not going to be able to function freely just carrying around this raft.
You're skilled really in the beginning and you look at it and go, God, that's garbage, right? But you can't throw that away because without that you wouldn't be to the skill level you are now.
I'm not sure if I really fit in at all yet, because I know I'm not up to their level yet. I'm still a beginner. I've only been doing this for 2.5 years, so I still don't have the experience I need.
We're always pulling ourselves away from, when we do that separation, it takes us away from everyone else and love and, you know, living with nature and all that sort of thing. It's like you push yourself away from others, you put yourself in a box.
I was there, but I wasn't really part of the conversation. It's just tough sometimes to get a word in edgewise with people who are so well spoken like Philip and Sebastian are.
It's kind of devastating, especially when you're like doing your art, which is basically exposing yourself to all these people, which that's just hard enough doing that to people you know.
You know, they're all like, I know, they're amazing martial artists and they're my friends, so it's just tough to be on a team with my friends, but they're also my mentors and they were my inspiration to get into martial arts.
In essence, the whole like being an inspiration is the fact that you are imperfect and you do explore that to the very depths and however much suffering that brings to you, and then after going through all that to be able to look at life and say, and life is still amazing and life is still like valuable and beautiful. See, that's inspiring.
You know, because in the physical realm we can all maybe pretend to be great, because just like there's so many great athletes out there, it's how you work inside of you. What's yourself? What's your attitude like? That's important. Like you said, facing your demons that's heroic in itself, because for us we go the heroes on the outside, but it's much harder to do it inside.
Still feel like I'm just kind of hanging around, not really part of anything, just along for the ride. So maybe we'll see something change in the trip, but I'm just gonna try my best and keep training hard.
I think the first day is really going to be us just getting used to each other. Hopefully the second and third day will be really good, because we'll actually start feeling more connected with one another, instead of you have these strangers from another place and they're going to tell you what to do because they have these accomplishments that you've never seen, so listen to them. Establishing connections with other people all over the world. It's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're strangers to one another, but hopefully everyone's integrity and genuine attitude will shine through all that awkwardness. Can make something meaningful happen.
These seminars are basically for people to kind of like take themselves out of their own little world and put themselves in a different situation. So for me, I've already experienced every aspect of training, like in terms of like learning something new for me. But I do it, and I challenge myself every day. It's scary, but guess what? You do it.
I mean, the fastest way to be able to get into someone else's person is if you share some common ground. The common ground we share is martial arts, so once we have that, we can actually get to know on a deeper level the person. And a lot of that was happening during the seminars. I mean, especially when we're sitting and talking, people were just opening up about what they felt and what they thought, and you know. And what was interesting is that you saw so many like very hopeful people just wanting to make a positive impact on the world, doing something they loved. It kind of makes you wonder, if so many people start off that way, like what happens? Do they like lose motivation, or all of a sudden do they switch to the other side? Because you would think if you saw that many people, right, in that many different places, maybe the world is a better place. I'm just failing to realize that it is.